You're listening to Hotepish with your host, Dwwann B. Intelligent ish talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
Oh shit, I'm over here talking on goddamn mute. We are here live. We are here live. What up, y'all? We're here to talk some shit. Share the video, like the video. Pass the video around to your people. Let them know some real shit getting talked over here. Let them know, let them know. Let's see what we talking about. Oh shit, I'm getting cash apps already. We just getting started. What's up, Davey Lee? I appreciate the cash app. You know, it was my birthday last week. I'm not ashamed. Send them cash apps. Please do. If you feel so inclined. If you don't, shit, nigga, don't. It's all good either way. It is all good. Okay, we are here today. I still got yesterday's screen up. We are here today to talk about these culture vultures. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about because I kind of touched on this briefly before, but I want to get into a little more today and focus in on this topic. What's up, Ty Ward? What's up, Nick, what's up, Harold? Run it up. Dr. Sinister. I am him. Ali Hemmett, what up? What up, Mickey Knox, Gregory X? Yeah, man. Shit. It's good seeing y'all. What's up, King Simon? I thought that was King Simon. That's King Sean. I'm over here thinking, I thought that was King Simon. That's my nigga, though. What's up, Lady B? What's up, Trace Richardson? From Buffalo. Hey, what's up, Delano L, Niagara Falls? We got Buffalo and Niagara Falls in the house. God damn, I might have to do a show up there in the upper Northeast. Yeah, what's up, Anthony Thorpe? How you talking about this picture I just made? Look, the picture funny. I literally made this picture in like 5 minutes. Like I thought of it. Like I was like, what am I gonna talk about today? I knew I wanted to go live with you motherfuckers. I just didn't know what I wanted to talk about. So I was in my garage getting high. Like, okay, what am I gonna talk about today? And then I was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about what's been going on with Craig Facts and these culture vultures. And so I put together the episode and all that stuff. And then at about 9:45, I posted the show at 9:35. At about 9:45, I was like, let's put Vlad's face on a vulture. So I went and Googled the image of a vulture real quick. And then I Googled Vlad's image. Shit, went to the phone. Whoopty wampty wop. 5 minutes later, this is what we got. and look at Vlad's face in this picture. He that's one goofy looking motherfucker right there. Who are you goofy ass niggas that keep talking to this dude? You niggas is goofy. Running the like. Okay, he get you exposure, and I understand a little bit back in the day, and I can understand depending on your situation. Like me, if Vlad did an interview, could someone of my platform, as small as it is, could it get a boost by being interviewed by Vlad TV? Yeah, it could. It could. But I'm not really here to get everybody on my side, to have a massive 5 million followers. Because along with mass popularity comes mass control. I don't mind building this shit brick by brick to make sure I get the right people fucking with this channel. People who are about truth, honesty, no matter how it may hurt to say or hear sometimes. People who like jokes can take a joke, don't get offended. People who support. People who show love and receive love that I try to give. That's who I fucks with. I fucks with y'all. Do I want 1 million subscribers? Hell yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. But if I do get 1 million, it better be 1 million right motherfuckers, because I'm not here to pander to people. I'm not here to play the we are the world game. All these niggas running around thinking they Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie and Quincy Jones singing We Are the World. That song was dope, but it was just a goddamn song. There comes a time when you heed a certain call, and the world is something, something, and something. There are people dying. You remember that part on the We Are the World video? When I think it was a Sting? We are the world. The white dude started singing in the video. Michael Jackson just kind of paused like, what the fuck note is this? Who let this white motherfucker in the studio? Singing all loud like he got a rake that got drugged down his tonsils or something. We're not living in We Are the World land. We're not living in We Are the World land. Fact is, people are different. people are different. Some people don't fuse with other people well. I don't fuse well with people who think whatever you're supposed to say, you're supposed to say it in a certain way, or you're not a nice, or you got to be a certain way. Like, oh, Dwan, you teach. So why do you talk about smoking weed? Because I like smoking weed and eating mushrooms. Bitch, that's why. I like smoking weed, taking shrooms as much as I love reading. I don't talk about reading and history and information so I can show how smart I am. I talk about reading, history, and I give information because I fucking like information. I love history. And I love running my goddamn mouth. I like talking shit and cracking jokes too. So I turn on my YouTube channel to do what I like to do. I like information. I'm not doing this to show that I'm better than anybody or I'm smarter than anybody. Or you need to listen to me because I'm dignified and I have a college degree. That shit corny as hell. The last thing I want to do is be that nigga. So I just come on this channel and talk about shit that I like and like to do. And if my advice rubs you the wrong way, that's your problem. You dig? You dig? Got somebody from Boston checking in? God damn. Boston. See, I'm a Laker fan. I always look at the city of Boston side-eye. But you dope. You good. Dexter said Kush or Hayes. Kush is my favorite seed. Hayes is cool, but I'm a Kush person. Especially if I'm going indica. I'm more of a, because Kush is a upper kind of indica. Other than that, I'll be on sativas. What's up, JR? What's up, Butter Love? What's up, Cold Crush? Long Beach in the house. Yeah, but like, man, fuck all that. I ain't got time to be over here portraying some goddamn image. So would an interview with Vlad TV for me boost what I do? Hell fucking yeah. But I ain't that thirsty. And the betterment of my people, the image of my people is more important to me than my notoriety and my pocketbook and I'm a me first as far as taking care of myself kind of person, but I'm a community first. You got to take care of yourself because the first law of nature is self-preservation. So anybody telling you that they're not taking care of themselves first is either a fool or they lying. So I definitely take care of myself first. Make sure that my needs are met and I'm good. That's why I have so many different things that I do. So if comedy dries up, I still work, got my company at Breakthrough Advocacy Services. I got my live drum sample packs. Those been selling like crazy. I'm an author. I wrote a book. I sell goddamn t-shirts. I manage apartment buildings. And now that shit's opening back up, I might start back playing the drums at church if I need the bread bad enough. So I'm good. That frees me up to talk about bitch ass behavior. These goddamn culture vultures like Vlad TV and World Star Hip Hop don't bring nothing to the culture, but always got something to say about the culture when something happened, when there's some drama, when there's some bullshit. I really thought, like, if somebody, like, and I'm saying right now, like, if somebody else on Craig Facts went on this show, I wouldn't criticize them, because for people on our level, that's the decision you have to make. Do you dance with the devil to level up a little quicker, or do you take the slower route? I don't have an issue with those who do. I'm not gonna sit here and criticize moves other people make like that. Oh shit, someone just bought a t-shirt. Thank you for the person who just bought that t-shirt. Oh yeah, on my website, Hotepish.com, if you type in the promo code SPEND50, you get free shipping. Just thought I'd put that out there. SPEND50, free shipping. Back to what I'm talking about. I'm not going to criticize someone else that's on their way up in the game for running to a Vlad TV, because he's a vulture, but you can use these vultures for something to level up. The ones I don't really understand are the ones who are already on, already have a following. The fuck you talking to him for? At that point, you just helping his show out. You know what I'm saying? Once you already got a big following, what the fuck do you need Vlad for? Vlad ain't got no goddamn talent. I ain't never heard no goddamn song he produced. Who DJ is he? This nigga, Vlad he's as much of a DJ as DJ Tanner from Full House. Talking about he sold mixtapes. I bet your mixtapes wasn't none of that Russian music. Does anyone even know how Russian music sounds? Do we even know how that shit sound? Russian nude. The only reason why you bastards even speak Russian is because of Alexander Pushkin, black man, poet. You motherfuckers was speaking German back before Pushkin. Pushkin made that language an art through his poetry. And then y'all killed off the rest of the niggas left in that country in the late 1800s. Even though a black man's the reason why y'all even speak that stupid sounding ass language. Don't nobody want to buy that shit. So you come over to hip hop with your Cold War era tactics. Get your Mikhail Gorbachev looking ass out of here, bitch. Got a whole goddamn country to yourself. But you over here. Why am I talking about this bastard Vlad? Culture Vladcher. Why am I talking about this dude? Well, those of you who watch Craig Facts, you all know what happened last Thursday. We had hip-hop producer, writer, Kevin McCall on the show. If you saw the show, you saw that there was a slight little dust-up between Brother McCall and Brendan. But the beautiful thing was this. After their dust up, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get this shit any clicks. Go back and watch last Thursday, June 17th episode of Craig Facts if you want to see it yourself. We bringing the views back to our shit. I ain't clicking on nobody who snipped our shit and put it out there, the drama out there for the world to see. Gossiping ass niggas is gossipers these days. Do y'all know how much people who know me in real life, and y'all know they be in this chat room, people who know me in real life can vouch for this, can vouch for me here in LA. I've been in every party. I've been to any All-Star game you want to talk about, party, game. I've been to all the Oscar parties. I've been to all the Grammy parties, Emmy Awards, mansion parties, all the things Hollywood have to offer, Playboy Mansion. I spent my 20s and early 30s in all that shit. Do you know how much drama I have to tell you niggas if I wanted to? Especially my years in the NBA circles. Let me tell you, I've seen fights break out in the tunnel after a game between your favorite players, and I didn't say a motherfucking word. Being in Cleveland when LeBron returned, having to go through the players' tunnel and be escorted because of some shit that was going on between players, former Heat players and current Cavs players. I could have tweeted that shit. Twitter was around back then when I was doing all that shit. You ain't gonna find one motherfucking tweet from me. How many times I've been in a club and one of your favorite NBA players got socked the fuck out by somebody right in front of me? I was there All-Star Weekend in Phoenix. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, for those who know this story, I know exactly what I'm talking about. That hotel in Scottsdale, I got dyslexia. I get confused between the W and the Lowe's. The W and the Lowe's hotel always, they have similar layouts. No matter what city I'm in, those two hotels always give me dyslexia. So it was the W or the Lowe's, but it was in Scottsdale, All-Star Weekend, Phoenix, when Suge Knight and Akon Bodyguard got into that scuffle. Y'all saw that part. The only reason I'm bringing that up because that shit actually hit the news. I was there with my Twitter in my phone in my hand, ready to could have recorded because I saw the build up to Suge Knight getting knocked out. I could have had my phone ready to record that shit. I didn't. Because real niggas got a code. I'm not going to put out dysfunction of black society for clout over my name. I could have been there. I had friends and family room access at Staples Center for like 3 years. You know how much shit I saw? So I don't have respect for these clout chasing motherfuckers who try to get a name off somebody else's dysfunction. You piss on your balls, you weak ass niggas that do this. These are the kind of niggas that grew up watching their mamas slap their daddy face. And he didn't hit back because he was a gentleman. That nigga didn't hit back because his wife, because his girl had more hands than he did. And nigga, you grew up watching your dad get his ass whooped. Niggas that do shit like this, if you had one. Niggas that do shit like this saw they mama selling weed out of her bra. Every time you go to the liquor store, your mama pulling some Some nickel sacks from underneath her titty. Selling weed to teenagers. You the kind of niggas that like gossip and pointing out people's low moments. Your mama selling your middle school friends titty weed. That's how I feel about you kind of niggas. What's up, Larry, in the chat room? Larry, you know you was there. You know how many fucking stories Larry got? Larry was there. When that whole drama broke out between Ray Allen and Rajon Rondo, Larry was right there firsthand. You ain't never heard that nigga bring up that drama. Even when it was hot news. Because real niggas got a code. We don't highlight our brother's worst moments for clout for ourselves. The nigga Legion of Nick said Larry played with Gilgamesh and them. Nigga, that shit was funny. So, Sad TV, DJ Vultures TV, ain't never mentioned Craig Facts before. Ain't never talked about the fact that these brothers at Craig Facts have helped people buy cars so they don't get pencil whipped at the dealership. They don't talk about all the advice we give on crypto, on stocks. They never brought up any of the black women that we brought onto the show, and it's been well over a dozen that own businesses that were allowed to feature their business on our show. They don't bring up us standing up for black women, Kamira and Precious, when they shit got stolen by by Leslie Jones. They did not talk about none of that shit. Yeah, Legion of Nicks. Yeah, Alexander Pushkin. Look him up. Y'all know I talk my shit and still drop my history at the same time. Because like Dr. John Henry Clark says, all history is a current event. So I'm not going to play the video because you need to go back to Craig Facts. June 17th. Brandon asked a question. And Brandon said, you know, Brandon does what he does with me and everyone else on the show. It wasn't personal to Kevin McCall. Brandon always plays that line of, you know, you shouldn't do whatever. And Kevin got real mad. And I understood Kevin's frustration because when everyone is writing about you and you don't have an opportunity to control your own narrative, now the world thinks a certain way about you because of what someone else's publicist said and reported to their friends down at TMZ and at the local newspaper. When your story's been told by someone else for 10 years, and now you at a show that's hella comfortable. The first showing we did last Tuesday was hella comfortable, hella relaxed. You feel like you're in an environment where you're not gonna have to deal with that question line. You could just be yourself. So Kevin was caught off guard with the questioning, and I saw it. He triggered him. I'm not going to lie for the brother. It triggered him. But I understand the trigger. Finally getting to tell your story, then having to go back and address something that you've already addressed. The cool thing was, after he heated up, the community came together. By the time that brother stepped outside, Brandon, with his one-leg ass, just tore his ACL, was 20 seconds behind him. And it wasn't to fight. It was to get an understanding. It was for Brandon to express his side and for Kevin to express his side. And in less than a minute, everything was good. Hell, less than 30 seconds. And brothers talked it out. Kevin got to hear Brandon's side because Brandon's style of questioning is to address, Brandon's always going to address the elephant in the room. That's what I love about his question line. But when Brandon addresses the elephant in the room, he's not doing it to make you look bad. Brandon's addressing the elephant in the room to bring the story full circle. We started here, but here's where we ended up. You may have been down at one point, but look at how high you finished. That's how Brandon's line of questioning works. Strategy, folks. The only thing we did wrong was we didn't let Brother Kevin know before the show that's how the questioning line was going to go. So he had a moment, but within 30 seconds, that moment was done. Nigga expressed openly his frustrations. Hell, got mad at himself for allowing himself to lose control like that. And we spent the next 6-7 minutes of that break smoking and laughing. Came back, finished the show 100. %99 of the show was positive. There's a 1:38 part where a brother lost his temper. But he didn't lose it. Because if he lost it, it would have actually been a fight. His anger got high. And in less than a minute, it was gone. In less than a minute. But we got to deal with this clout chasing bitch boy Vlad bringing shit up without putting it into context. Same thing with World Star Hip Hop. They said that Brandon, they quoted woman beater. Brandon didn't say that shit. He said, you know you're not supposed to hit women, right? So World Star decides to mischaracterize what Brandon said because they're a bunch of bitch ass motherfuckers over there. I don't want to give them the dignity of calling them niggas. Fuck World Star. I never did read this bullshit ass site anyway. So I really don't give a goddamn what they got to say about me. or about Craig Facts. I'm just pointing this out. How a motherfucker could get, and this is no disrespect to brothers from the Caribbean. Most of y'all is cool. This is no disrespect to all of y'all. But I do got a problem with a motherfucker who hopped on an inner tube from an island to come to America to make his money on showing the downside of black culture, the dysfunction. As if all cultures don't have dysfunction. No, but they want to make their money on black dysfunction. Instead of talking about the dysfunction within your government that allows these Europeans to keep pillaging your fucking land. Vlad TV want to talk about and highlight the dysfunction within black America instead of talking about what's going on in that bitch ass Kremlin. Y'all some hoe ass motherfuckers. All y'all. Brother Kevin has a story. He has a for real story. He's a brother that's on the road to being the best man he can be, which we all are. But one thing about life, we all on the road, or we should be on the road, to be our best selves. Some people started a little long further in certain areas than the rest of us. Some people have tempers. Are we to sit here and judge people with tempers? Or are we to look at what they're doing about their temper? See, a mature person says, damn, that person got a temper? Shit, but at least they in therapy, working it out. Hell, I got my own issues. I eat too many Twinkies. Whatever. Yeah, that brother has a temper. But some of you motherfuckers don't even know how to communicate, don't know how to communicate well enough with the opposite sex to even get in a relationship with one. Some of you niggas in your 40s still scared to talk to women, thinking women want something from you. Nobody want nothing from you, nigga. You drive Uber. And there ain't nothing wrong with driving Uber, but if she wants something from somebody, she ain't gonna stop at your ass. But you want to judge him because he got a temper. Nigga, we all got something. And like I say before, like I said all the time, one thing about me, I know everything that I see on TV through official media, official press, all that shit's contrived. I don't know anything that, look, let's just tell the truth. We don't know anything about shit that goes on. And I got to see this up close. Again, my years going to Oscar parties and Grammy parties. You see these people up close, they ain't nothing like what they portray. At all. You going around following an actor and what an actor said. Bitch, actors are literally paid to lie to you. People over here buying into actors. It's literally an actor's job to read somebody else's lines and convince you they're the ones that said it. Same thing with singers. Singers didn't write them goddamn songs. Beyonce stole that song, but she gonna sing it like it's hers. Jay-Z stole that line, but he gonna rap it like it's his, as if Biggie Smalls didn't say it first. Here your dumb ass going following they every word. How you know they the ones that said it? So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with anybody. All that shit we see on TV is a fucking illusion. That's why, like, when I talk basketball, I'll be hearing these niggas going around. I put a post up today talking some shit about sports. But LeBron's a good father. I don't know that. He might very well be. But I don't know what the fuck is going on in that man's household. None of us do. They put what they want out there. Oh, look at President Obama. Oh, look at that family, he and Michelle and his 2 daughters. We don't know what them 2 goddamn girls was doing in the White House. They could have been crip walking in the Oval Office. We don't know. We only know what the news told us. The news was shitting on Donald Trump's kids every other goddamn day. They don't even bring up Biden's kids. This motherfucker Biden had 1 kid. That's the one that passed away. The one that's living smashed the widow, smashed his brother's widow. Had another kid got kicked out the military because he's on goddamn drugs too much. Biden kids ain't shit, but they don't talk about them. They got you thinking Biden's some model human being. Biden's son got caught on the news a couple weeks ago calling his lawyer nigga and saying nigga every other word. But you don't have these thoughts about Biden and how he raises his family because the media never put those things in your mind. There be all kind of shit going on that we don't know. So since I know I don't know, I don't get involved. And I used to work. I've had to counsel people through domestic violence. Domestic violence is one of those tricky situations that, if you guys notice, I never, very, ever, hardly, rarely, ever talk about. Because spending over 10 years counseling couples who've had domestic violence issues, let me tell you something. It's far more complicated than I ever thought. Because me, I've never been in those situations. I've never seen my dad hit my mom. My dad's never even called my mom out of her mouth one time. The whole domestic violence thing is foreign to my world. I come from a family unit that's always understood and known how to talk through differences. But in my years and years and years and years of counseling couples that have had domestic violence problems, I'm here to tell you, the more I find out about these people, the less I feel that I know. That's just being straight up. That's being straight up. The more I know, the less I know. That domestic violence shit is confusing as hell to me. It'd be times, I remember I used to go up in there, man, you shouldn't have done that, man. And he shouldn't have hit her. Like, no, you shouldn't. Man, I'm on him real hard, real bad. I'm on the husband like, nah, man, we got to find other ways to work this out. I'm teaching the husband how to find where he is on his violence meter. When you're at a 1, when you feel yourself accelerating to a 9, this is how you stop yourself at 3. You take a breath, you go outside, you do these things, you do those things. And a homie will do it. And then I'll counsel the woman right afterwards. It's because sometimes you want to get them individually, to tell their side of the story. And then you'll bring them back in and talk to it together. So then you go and talk to her, and she tell you a story, and then you be like, well, we've been working with your husband on, when he feels himself accelerating to a 8 or a 9, how to calm down at a 3 and he needs to walk away. And then she be like, yeah, when he walked away, I followed him. And we like, lady, we know this nigga over here crazy as hell. He crazy. Why would you follow him when you know the whole plan was to allow him to get space? Because the nigga don't act right. By the time he get to a 5, he gonna be at a 10 in 2 seconds. Because his ass wasn't raised by his dad. And he don't know how to conflict resolve. We trying to build these skills in him, but we need you to do your part. Well, I know, I'm just mad. What the fuck? So you knew if you did this and pushed that button, oh God, I swear to God, and the same vice versa, you'd have a one, because to tell you the truth, most domestic violence is actually women hitting men. Let's tell the truth. That's the majority of domestic violence now. Look it up. Well, the majority of domestic violence is between gay couples. Gay people have by far the most domestic violence. But in heterosexual relationships, you'll have a woman that when she get mad, she just want to slap a nigga. Or she'll do some but it will be some other shit that she would do. And you would tell him, look, man, you can't do this to her. It's a trigger. Her dad did this shit to her. So when you do it, she gonna be triggered. And then you got this dumb nigga in basketball shorts and a tank top and a scarf on his head, looking like a male thought, pushing the exact goddamn buttons he know is gonna trigger her. So I said all that to say, look, when it comes to domestic violence, I don't know shit. And that's after 10 years and dealing with lots and lots and lots and lots and even more couples who've gone through that. That's why in my line of questioning, I just stayed the fuck away from it. The questions I ask is going to be about music. That's what we here to talk. We here to talk music, goddammit. I'm not going to get into that. Because like in all situations, there's your side, there's his side, there's her side, and then there's the truth. His side, her side, then the truth. I don't know. Me personally, I know when I was single, when I run across a woman that has that kind of an attitude that's toxic, I never fucked with her again. I put a lot of this shit on niggas too, though, by the way. Because niggas, I don't know, I don't understand it. Nigga, dude, some of y'all be so pussy hounding, you get yourself in fucked up situations. Acting like every woman ain't got one. Hey, she crazy, man, but shit. Man, that bitch pussy, she, oh, God, man, she, God. Nigga, you sound stupid. You mean to tell me you want to deal with 18 years of a child with a crazy person for a nut? When there's more women running around here than it is us, especially black men? All these niggas locked up in prison? We got our pick of the litter when it comes to women as black men. We can have sex with literally any woman out there if your game is good enough and you chose the one that you know is crazy. Then you want to come around us and complain about, man, child support, man, and she won't let me see my kids. You fucked a crazy woman, nigga. The fuck you think was gonna happen? You knew she was crazy before you smashed. We got to get that shit out of our... We have black men. We got to get that shit out of our community. We got to get that shit out of our community. And as men, we the leaders. We move and the women follow. We need these niggas that's so infatuated with getting a nut that they set to the side life and reality. These niggas gonna get us fucked up. Hell, look, I didn't even plan on talking about this, but let's since we gonna go there, shit, let's go there. In the meantime, you can get my t-shirts at hotepish.com/apparel. Oh shit, my mic had went out. Ah damn. You niggas is perverts. You niggas is perverts. Any nigga voting on his dick is a pervert. Any nigga conducting business with his dick is a pervert. You niggas is fucking society up. Yeah, when I switched scenes, that shit was on mute. I got Ecamm right here. Ecamm, goddamn, you gotta check when you switch your scenes if the mic is working or not. This is the scene I always use when I have a guest. When I have a guest, I mute myself so y'all can listen to that motherfucker talk. God damn. I'm fucking up like these niggas that's voting off their dicks. Black Butterfly said start over. Last thing you heard was buy the t-shirts. Okay. Let's go there. Let me start back over. Goddamn, where black society got fucked up was the NAACP. Instead of them niggas and them all them organizations, instead of them fighting for reparations, these niggas is fighting for interracial sex. Integration. We want to marry white women. These sorry ass niggas thinking with they goddamn dick. That's where we fucked ourselves up as a people, allowing perverts to control the political discourse. We could have had new house, instead of saying, okay, why are people in Chicago, LA, New York having to pay 20, 30% interest rates to buy a home in the hood? No, we don't want economic justice for that. We don't want reparations for slavery and Jim Crow. No. We want integration. We want to be able to marry the white women. So we let a whole bunch of perverts screw us out of money for us so they can marry a white woman. That's where we got sold out. We should be the children of reparations. We millennials, we should be that third generation of reparations children. The baby boomers would have been the first. They would have gotten their money. Generation X would have got what was passed down from that and their own reparations tech. Because remember, reparations is going to last through perpetuity. Jews still get reparations for what happened goddamn 90 years ago. So that means shit. Our reparations packages be going to our children's children. We be on our third generation of generational reparations wealth. Because in the 1960s, we could have had reparations, but these niggas thinking what they dig. These sorry ass niggas thinking what they did said, no, I want the white women. The fuck? That's what's going on right now with the LGBTQ people. We got people thinking with their private parts and voting off that. and not where the taxes are going. Not about making these schools better. No, I'm voting so the government can approve of who I want to fuck. Too many goddamn sexual deviants in this sexually repressed nation. This shit's sorry. This shit is sorry. You niggas that think with your dick, y'all got to get the fuck out the way. You niggas are a problem. A major problem. A major problem. Oh, nigga, that was oh man, but that crazy bitch pussy good. Well, nigga, you deserve to deal with the crazy bitch problems. Who that's about their business, who that's about building, who that's about the next generation being better than us wants to chase around somebody that's gonna be goddamn crazy all day. If you want to do that, do that. Just don't get involved with politics. Stay the fuck, you crazy motherfuckers. Buy a boxing ring, get some gloves, and go fight in the corner. Us people serious about life got better things to do than chase around and make excuses complaining about a crazy bitch you got a baby by that you knew she was crazy before you had that baby. We got to clean this shit up in our community if you want to move forward. Stop asking me stupid questions in the chat room. Somebody asked me about what another man did. Were you there when he did it? I wasn't. I just finished talking about how I've been in situations that I did not report on. Why am I going to report on some shit that happened or supposedly happened when I wasn't there? I wasn't there. I don't know what happened before then. I don't know what happened afterwards. I just finished saying I do not talk about domestic violence. Because that shit, for a wise man, we know that that stuff is far more complicated than my understanding. I don't believe in violence, period. I don't like fighting. I get in a boxing ring to stay in shape or to get in shape. I'm out of shape right now, goddammit. I don't like no fighting. So if you asking me, do I agree with anybody fighting? The answer is no, because I don't fight. I don't like fighting. I will if I have to. But what the fuck does my opinion got to do with what goes on with someone who's not me or my family? Nothing. My opinion don't matter, and neither do yours. I'm not one of those people who get all moral when I see someone else's issues on take flight. I don't play that game. I'm the first to say that ain't my fucking business. Cause me personally, if you gonna ask me to ask questions, I'm gonna ask all the questions. I'm gonna ask one question. Okay, you can ask. Okay, why did that crazy nigga hit her? That's yeah. I'm gonna ask that, and then my next question is gonna be, why was you dealing with that crazy motherfucker? Oh, but we can't ask that question, can we? It's a whole logical pit. Illogical, it's quicksand. You go down that hole, it's quicksand. Because if we're gonna start asking questions, we gotta ask a lot of questions. Because as somebody who's counseled people through domestic violence issues, there's a whole lot of questions that need to be asked when you want to get to the truth and solve the problem. See, a lot of people see domestic violence shit happen on the news and take it as entertainment, and then you get to be the judge or what this person should do or what that person should do. But as someone who counsels people through these issues, I'm about solutions. I'm about, if I bring up domestic violence, I'm going to talk about it in a way so that domestic violence incident never happens again. But do you know what it takes to ensure that domestic violence situation never happens again? It takes asking the questions that'll make 90% of you motherfuckers very squeamish. So I don't go there. Because just some of my questions will make you, oh, you asked her, why did she do this? You're siding with the victim. Oh my God. You're siding with the dude who started it. Oh my God, why did you ask that? Because the only way for this to never happen again is if we get the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth from everybody. And we're probably not going to get the truth in this one session. Oftentimes in my experience, the truth don't come out to at least a few months in. You be asking these questions and everybody playing their games. Everybody gonna make themselves look the best when they telling these stories. Hell, even if it's on camera, you only gonna see what that person wanted you to see. How do you know that what led to the incident you saw on Instagram Live or Facebook Live or Periscope, how do you know what led up to that? What event or series of events led to a violent altercation? I'm personally not a fan of violent altercations. Like I said before, if I'm gonna run around here imposing my morals on everybody, if you got in a fight with anybody after high school, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is your problem, you nigga? You ain't learned how to resolve conflict using your words after the 8th grade? Are you slow? That's where I will be with it. Because I learned how to use my words at a young age. I used to get in a lot of fights in elementary school. And I'm a big dude. I used to hurt a lot of people. I didn't like hurting nobody. The last fight I got in, I hurt somebody so bad. I felt so bad. I didn't feel like I won no fight. I felt like I hope that motherfucker could talk again right. I hope I didn't mess his jaw up too bad. That's where my morals lay. I'm the kind of person that can see things bubbling up a mile away. I'm the kind of person that my temperature check, I can check when someone goes from a 1 to a 2. And I know how to communicate effectively so that 2 don't go to a 3 or a 4. Because I don't like fighting. And I hit very hard. I hit extremely hard. But as a grown-ass man, the fuck do I look like fighting? So I'm not going to sit here and judge things based on what I would do. How can I judge things on what I would do when I don't know what happened, when I wasn't there? So don't ask me to comment on somebody else's shit when I wasn't there. That's not how I treat people. Shit. Wanna know how hard I hit? Y'all remember I told y'all that person broke in my car last week? Y'all see this right here? This is my car. When that person right here broke in my passenger seat, I came out. I went just to hit my windshield trying to scare the motherfucker. I'm not even trying to hit hard. I'm just trying to scare the motherfucker. I shattered my goddamn windshield with my own goddamn hand. And I ain't even swing hard. That's how the fuck hard I hit. Y'all see that windshield? Knowledge Born say, I'll let these words whoop your ass. You goddamn right. So me personally, I ain't with the fighting thing at all. But I can't impose my values on other people. All I can do is listen. And when I speak to heal, not to judge. And if I don't have any healing words, I shut the fuck up. I hit hard as hell. My heavy bag had dents in it after the second day I had it. Major dents. But I don't believe in solving issues by fighting. I think as humans, we've evolved past that. That's animalistic behavior. And I personally see any man, especially after the age of 16, 17, well, for the slow niggas, early 20s, if you slow, you still fighting past your mid-20s, your brain stops developing at about the age of 20. Your frontal lobe, your frontal cortex stops developing between the ages of 22 and 26. When your frontal lobe is fully developed and you still fighting, I look at you like a goddamn caveman. Whether you fight men or women, if I'm gonna impose my values on it. But guess what? I don't impose my values on it. Because I understand that for me, I was raised in a beautiful household. My dad has a very chill temper. My mom has a very chill temper. I've inherited a chill temper from both of my parents. I had a very loving, chill environment. So their chill temper was able to cultivate in me because of the chill ecosystem my parents built for me. I understand a lot went into my chill temperament that's able to see things communicatively wise that thwarts issues long before they start. Thank God for my calm, lovely, beautiful nest I grew up in. But I also know some people didn't grow up in nests like that. Some people grew up in environments where there were always tension. There was always problems. There was always confusion. And they were never taught how to minimize problems and confusion without fighting. So they fight. So guess what I do? I use my upbringing, my training, my natural skills to help people who didn't have that upbringing, that training, and their skills aren't as developed. I don't judge them, I help them. Because that same person you judging that you a little bit of ahead of in this particular part, they way ahead of you in another part of their life that they can then help you with. They got a story you can tell that can help you grow in your life in some kind of way. But you're never going to hear that story because you want to run around with a fucking label as if you Jesus Christ. Jesus will beat your ass. Because Jesus didn't even act like that. Jesus was kicking it with Mary Magdalene. That bitch was a harlot. Jesus wouldn't even like you judgmental ass niggas. And I'm not speaking to anybody in particular. This isn't to any one person. I ain't read the chat in about 5 minutes. I can't keep reading the chat, goddammit, because my head. Y'all be throwing me off in that goddamn chat room. So I check down at the chat box like once every 5, 6, 7 minutes. Because if I keep reading what you niggas say, I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Hell, half of what I wanted to say, I said when this shit was on mute. So this ain't about anybody in particular. I can't keep reading them chats. You dig? You dig? Now let's see what y'all talking about here in the chat room before I go to my next topic. This nigga called me the Juggernaut alter ego. Yeah, man. I could be violent if I wanted to. I'm not violent because I'm a punk. I could do this to a goddamn windshield without trying. Imagine what I could do to a nigga's nose. Gun love, if you're into crazy bitch sex, then you should also be into crazy bitch problems. As long as you look, if you into them crazy chicks and the sex is that good, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just the rest of us don't want to hear a goddamn thing you gotta say when that crazy bitch is showing up to your house with your new girlfriend at 5 a.m. 7 years from now. That's all. You want to hit the crazy chicks? Then hit them. But them problems are on you to deal with, not us. Somebody say you wish she would have been asked about knocking old girls tooth out. Well, guess what I wish, James Hudson? I wish we got to ask more questions about his music career and his hits and what the industry did to take money from that man. Because he's a musician. The only reason why you know who he is because he writes music. If he didn't write music, you wouldn't know, nor would you have given a fuck about the girl's tooth. Stop the fake moral shit. You only know anything about the man because of his hits. I wanted to know more about his hits. We both gonna be disappointed. What's up, Larry Harris? What's up, Star? Somebody said that's the shrooms. What's the shrooms? I ain't took shrooms in 3 weeks. If y'all looking to advertise on Hotepish, email me. Somebody said windshields don't fight back though. Nigga, you don't think though. Who the fuck said anything about a windshield fighting back? I think some of y'all just be typing to type. Guru said James Hudson's Vlad's burner account. Yeah, you right. that nigga probably Vlad's burner account. I do be forgetting there be trolls up in this motherfucker. What's up? Have you heard of podcast? Yeah, man. All I know is, nigga, I don't know shit. So I keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. People going around, well, I want to You only know that entertainer because of how they entertained you. That nigga could have been a songwriter, producer, and if he had no hits, you wouldn't know a goddamn thing about his drama. Now all of a sudden you want to be the moral authority on somebody else's drama, when your only relationship to that person is what they do in entertainment. You want to know more about their drama than entertainment. That's a problem. These niggas right here. What else y'all talking about? That's right. This is not Katt. This is incorrect facts. I'm not gonna roast the chat room like that. Yeah. Yeah, run it up. It'd have been cool to hear more industry stories. It'd have been hella cool to hear more industry stories. That's right, Larry Grassroots. Now, one fight I will have is with Larry. I knocked that nigga's head, knocked that nigga's out so he's facing the grassroots, nigga. That's the one fate I do want, is with Larry Goodwell. That's the one fate I'm looking for. I swear to God, on my punching bag, y'all don't even know this, on my punching bag, I printed out a picture of Larry and put that on that motherfucker. I ripped that paper up and less than 2 rounds, that paper was all ripped up and torn apart. I can't keep wasting paper printing Larry's face on it, but I tell you this, that was one of the best workouts I'd had. That was some motivation. Putting Larry's face on my punching bag, shit. I think I threw more punches that sparring session than I've thrown since. That's the one fade that I do want. I'll make Larry's ribs meat, boy. Oh, they do say Larry's beard choked me out. Nah. Now my glove might get caught up in Larry's beard. I gotta watch out for that. I'm gonna knock Larry out, and then I'm gonna get some of them big ass Brutus the Barber beefcake shears, and where that nigga's laid out on his back, I'm gonna get some of them Brutus the Barber beefcake shears and cut that nigga beard down to his chin. His chinny chin chin. And he gonna wake up a patch beard, fish-eyed fool. Yeah. But what else is going on in the internet world? Oh, I want to talk about this. The internet now is mad at Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, who I've never been a big fan of Trick Daddy's music myself. But he made a good point. And he was talking about Beyonce. She don't write her music, and she can barely sing. And the Beehive went after him. Boy, they went after him. Now, I'm not going to say Beyonce can't sing. She has a good voice. But the bitch do be stealing music. Like, that shouldn't be news to nobody. Look, I'm equal opportunity when it comes to my issues with entertainers. I don't like people who steal. I don't like artists who steal. That's why we defended Precious and Kamira when Leslie Jones stole her shit. I don't like people who steal. Beyonce done stole more music than Europeans stole countries. And that's just a fact. Stealing music, waiting for the damn artist to sue, and then pay him off and have him sign a non-disclosure so they can't talk about your stealing ass anymore. That ain't music. If you want somebody else's song, pay for it. Bring everybody along. You ain't got to be the only one. Pay for it. And the only reason why Beyonce is so popular is because basically, after the 1996 Telecommunications Act and corporate radio took over and record labels basically defunded R&B. R&B, when R&B is done right, it's a very, very, very expensive form of music to put together. Hip hop, all you got to worry about is the sample clearance, and then you'll pay a producer that keeps all the money and, you know, gets his underlings to make beats for him. And current, this new radio style R&B is like that. But real R&B, that shit is expensive. Think about it. If you're doing a real R&B song, let's go back to the 70s. When you listen to, let me pull it up. Let's just use this album as an example. The Let's Get It On album by Marvin Gaye. Let's go down to the personnel. When you're putting together an R&B album, you got to pay the likes of James Jamerson. You got to pay a congo player. You got to pay a drummer. You got to play different guitar players, a bass player, saxophone, a percussionist. And they don't even have everything on here. You got to pay an orchestra for the strings. You got to pay a horn section. That's a lot of fucking money. When you look at what Parliament was doing, they had a band of 20 niggas they was taking on the road with them all the time. That's a lot of money. R&B was defunded. Only a few people got budgets big enough to put together a decent R&B album during the 2000s. And Beyonce was basically one of the only ones. So she got not only did she have the budget that other artists couldn't get, she had the push. She had the mainstream push. The mainstream push is what decides who gets played on the radio and who doesn't. Before 1996, the best song got played because there was competition in radio. There was local radio, and radio stations were competing with other radio stations. So in order to get you to listen, they had to play the dopest music. They had to play the music that people wanted to hear. Radio doesn't, when Beyonce came around, radio stopped doing that. If Beyonce releases it, it gets played. So she dominated, like Michael Jordan of the 1990s, she dominated a weak era. Congratulations. At the same time, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott were making better music. Higher quality music. Music that was real soulful, that spoke to your soul. The industry said, well, fuck that, we ain't pushing that. You niggas gonna have to listen to them on Pandora. Beyonce dominated a weak era. cool. Same with Jay-Z. Jay-Z was around when, I said it before, he was around when Pac and Biggie and all them were around. Wasn't nobody checking for no goddamn Jay-Z when the real niggas had deals. But when the real niggas get killed off, and then the 2000s come, and your dope artists, they can't get a record deal because they talking about real shit, and the record industry only wants to sign people talking about bling bling, you basically X the real niggas out of hip hop and gave Jay-Z unlimited resources on the radio. Of course he's gonna look like, and then you give him, then he takes all of Biggie's lines and Lauryn Hill's lines and gets the best samples. Of course it's gonna look like he the best. And this ain't nothing taken away from them. Somebody said 90s R&B was not weak. Yes, the fuck 90s R&B was weak. The hell you mean 90s R&B wasn't weak? Name how many live bands you had playing in the 90s behind those singers. Hell, the 90s is when that damn whisper era came in. In the 80s, you had power singers. Stephanie Mills, Shaka Khan, Vesta, Phyllis Hyman, Shirley Murdoch. You had to sing to get a deal in the 80s. In the 90s, especially when you get past 90, when you get into like 95, 96, that's what brought in that whole whisper era. Listen to them Mariah Carey albums of the late 90s. As beautiful as that woman sing, they had her whispering because they was lowering the vibration. They wanted anybody to get into R&B. So everybody had to start whispering. I told this story before. That group JS. I remember them sisters, the Johnson sisters. They were produced by R. Kelly, and one of the sisters is married to Ron Isley right now. The other one had married Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind & Fire, but they got divorced. I grew up in church with them sisters. Them sisters could sing their ass off. If you wanted some singing, call the Johnson sisters, JS. 3-part harmony at its best. When they finally got a chance to get a deal in the late 90s, them niggas had them beautiful sounding women whispering. Y'all remember that whisper era of the 90s? Had women that could sing their asses off whispering. 90s R&B was trash. Now you did have some players. The last great group of the 90s was Jodeci. The great groups of the 90s all came out before 93. Mint Condition before 93. Tony before 93. Jodeci before 93. SWV before 93. In Vogue before 93. TLC. Babyface. Tony Braxton. They all came out before 93. People who came, even Aaliyah, before 93. 93 or before, I mean. Them artists that started coming out in 96, 97, Jagged Edge, trash. 112, trash. Cupid, man. I can't stand the way Slim sing. That nigga sound like that nigga sing like he chewing gummy bears while trying to enunciate words. Give it a try. Move your jaw, nigga. Trash. B2K. Trash. Trash, trash, trash. Larry, I can't call TLC sorry. I like TLC was good. Like, Left Eye was talented than a motherfucker. And they had some good songs because they was being written by LaFace. So I don't want to call TLC trash, Larry. I don't want to call them that. If you call him that, I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah, Boyz II Men before 93. Silk before 93. Drew Hill came out. Drew Hill was a good band. They came out a little after 93, but Drew Hill was good. Drew Hill was good. There are always exceptions to the rule. And Drew Hill was that exception. Anita Baker came out in the 80s. Matter of fact, Anita Baker came out in the 70s. Remember, she was with a group called Chapter 7. Was it Chapter 7 or Chapter 8? They had that one song. I just want to be you. You just let me be. Yeah, Chapter 8. Anita Baker came out in the 70s. I just want to be yours. Let me be your girl. And hey Larry, yeah, I do sound horrible. I do. I sang that shit to piss you off specifically. I sang that to piss Larry off. Specifically. Now there was some good acts that came out, but they weren't supported by the mainstream. They were supported by the grassroots. Lauryn Hill, when her album came out, it ended up getting mainstream support because it was so goddamn good. But the grassroots really supported. I remember when Lauryn Hill dropped Miseducation. The people pushed that up. And then Erykah Badu came out in 97. What you gonna do when they come for you? Doom, 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 doom. That was the grassroots pushing that up. Then Jill Scott dropped Getting in the Way back in 99. That was the grassroots pushing that up. I remember that was like back in 2000. I was my first year of college when the Steve Harvey show was local here in LA. Back when I actually listened to back when the show was actually good. One thing I'll give Steve Harvey credit for was when Jill Scott dropped, they weren't playing her album. And he protested. He was new to the station. He was new to the job. He was new in radio. He was like, I know I'm new to this shit, but this Jill Scott got some good music. And y'all got me playing the thong song and all this shit when she got a real song over here. And he played Jill Scott every day until the station finally picked her up at 92.3 The Beat. 92.3 The Beat was not fucking with Jill Scott. The people pushed for that. There was like a salvation in R&B. The salvation of R&B was the cluster, was the Soulquarian sound. That's when Jill Scott, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu. That's when Common was on his shit. You know, Dilla was coming up. Music Soul Child came around 99, 2000. Tony's last album, House of Music, which I thought was their best album. In the late 90s, there was this cluster, and they like to label it the Neo Soul era. But the reason why when I don't call it Neo Soul, I call it soul. That era was authentic soul. That era saved soul. Because the radio wasn't shit. The radio was trying to push. Think about this. Bad Boy had Faith Evans. Faith Evans is so dope vocally. They didn't know how to produce her. Had her singing over a goddamn 2-bar loop, the Chic Cheer. And that song, Never Had a Love Like This Before, was a big hit. But imagine how big Faith's career could have been had she been funded properly. Had she gotten an authentic R&B music producer, not some hip hop nigga. Somebody who knew how to arrange a string section and background singers to complement her voice. Imagine how dope Faith Evans would have been. The industry pulled the plug on Toni Braxton after she decided to have a baby when The Heat came out in 2000. Because her album before that, Toni Braxton's album was dope. Toni Braxton was dope. And then the industry started fucking with her talent. Toni Braxton's a goddess that we should all... I put Toni Braxton, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, I put them in the class with all of our greats. They up there with Shaka. They up there with Gladys, Patty. They're in that echelon. They brought us some very, very good music, but the industry stopped fucking with them. And after Beyonce came out, couldn't none of them get no goddamn attention. All of them made better music though. They all made better music. Oh yeah, I forgot about Maxwell. Maxwell was part of that. Anthony Hamilton. Yep, he was a part of that. Bug Shelton said Common's a prime example of crazy women ruining you. Nah, Common was still good after Erykah Badu. Common didn't get crazy until that nigga won an Oscar and then went on the Daily Show with Jonathan Stewart talking about to end racism, black people just need to reach our hands out and forgive white people. That's when Common went crazy. All you niggas was mad at Kanye back in 2016 for running around with Trump. I was mad at Common for being a Democratic, for busting his pussy open for the Democrats. How did he go from like water for chocolate, let's take whole steps to Hotep, to black people just need to reach out our hands and forgive white folks? That was some whole shit, Common, and your music hasn't been good ever since. Oh yeah, Bilal came out in that time. There was a great cluster of music that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, that the only reason why we knew about it was because it was so goddamn good. Not because the industry pushed it. Somebody said, don't forget Whitney. We're not talking about the 80s. Yeah, as far as 80s go, yeah. Whitney, 80s, as far as power singing. Oh, no, you must have wrote that when I was talking about power singers. Of course Whitney's up there with the power singers. But we did not get the best of Faith Evans because the industry didn't put no fucking money behind her and hired quality producers. See, the quality of an R&B song is 100% dependent upon that producer. A person can sing all they want. If the producer don't come up with a sound that complements that voice with live instrumentation, you're not going to get the best out of the artist. Even now, we got Layla Hathaway, we got Ledisi, we got Jasmine Sullivan, we got women who can really sing. Problem is, and I hate to say this because I love all of these women, but half their music is trash because the production is trash. I don't want to hear Ledisi sing to a boop bop beat. Why is Ledisi singing to 808s and slapping? I want to hear Ledisi's beautiful voice with 3 background singers, 2 altos and a tenor, high alto, low alto, tenor or baritone, singing 3-part harmony, live drummer, live conga player, live bass player, live guitars, horns, strings, and hopefully we can get 2 or 3 songs with a harp. That grand sound with Ledisi's voice can't miss. That's why Ledisi sounds so good when she's with Robert Glasper. because Robert Glasper put that real instrumentation behind her. So when you listen to Let It See on that Black Radio album, you listening to a goddess. Same with Layla Hathaway. Forever, for always. You gotta be a bad motherfucker to take a Luther Vandross song and kill it the way Layla Hathaway did that song. But she had the live sound. That shit was produced right. For love. Shit. But the industry don't support these angels. Hey, Larry, I'll stop singing when you make me stop singing. How about that? Thank you for the cash app, David Bell. I told y'all me and Larry was in a boxing ring together. He didn't want to see them hands. No, please, please, please don't. Somebody mentioned, the person that mentioned it is a good person, so I'm not going to have this brother timed out. But no, we are not about to mention Ariana Grande with these queens we talking about. Yeah, this whole goddamn show is about culture vultures. We are not about to mention no Ariana Grande with these queens. No. 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 Beyonce had a dope country western album. They didn't show her appearance on the goddamn country western awards. They said, we're going to edit that part out. We are not about to acknowledge. So no, I don't really acknowledge the people who come to our culture way later and get the highest, best production. Production that should be going to Jasmine Sullivan, she gets. There's I can't call her new. She's been around for a little bit, but Alex Isley, I love that woman's voice. She don't have the most powerful voice, but Alex Isley sings like the wind. When Alex Isley is with, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, she's dope with Robert Glasper. But when she's with, what's her name? What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about, goddammit. Who am I? Oh, shit. I'm drawing a goddamn blank. I'm drawing a goddamn blank. And this nigga's music is so goddamn dope. I want to call it out, but I'm drawing a blank to his music. Damn it. But when Alex Isaac, let me go to that song. Let me see here. Look, I'm over here. I'm going to be fucked up until I get the name of this person I'm trying to think about. That's on the tip of my goddamn tongue. Oh, here we no. Oh, here it is. Brandon Williams. When Alex Isaac got this song with Brandon Williams, it came out like back in 2014. Leave Love Be. Goddamn, Alex Isaac sounds like an angel with that man's production. Brandon Williams is another dope-ass artist that doesn't get the praise he should get. He got that string arrangement with her voice. That song sounds like the first day of spring. Listen to that joint. Brandon Williams. First of all, both of his albums are dope. But that song he got with Alex Isley, man, that's my shit. That woman sound like God. That woman sound like God. J-Mo, Anderson .Paak, they here. But our best artists don't get teamed with our best producers on the R&B side of the game. And you get Beyonce shoved down your throat all goddamn day. Yep, Hidden Beach product. I like Hidden Beach. Where I go record my live drum sample packs, a lot of Hidden Beach recordings was done at that studio where I record my drum sample packs. Like they got Jill Scott's gold albums on the wall. That should be feeling good. Because I love the album so much. I love Jill Scott so much. Jill Scott sings like God. Anthony Hamilton, that nigga sing like God. All these people are expressions of God when they sing. That's why they had to lower the vibration and throw us Cardi B. That bitch is a projection of the devil coming out through her music. Shit, I don't even believe in the devil. But if the devil exists, it's come out through her music. God damn, that music sucks. Go back, because I didn't get that many views on that video. Go back and watch my interview with Jarvis Mosey. He talks about working with Jill Scott, Anderson .Paak, and Anthony Hamilton. He wrote that song, Giving You the Best of Me, which is actually one of my favorite Anthony Hamilton songs. Giving you the best of me. Amazing. That's the shit. Go back and listen to J-Mo talk about how he cut that song. How Anthony Hamilton didn't even want to sing that song. But it ended up being the biggest hit on the album. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, Adriana Evans? Yeah, she is dope. I love Adriana Evans. Another person that's not pushed by the industry. Another person that's not pushed by the industry. Love is all around. Hey. That's my shit. I'm not a big Aloe Black fan. And I'll tell you why, Vernon. I was at the Hollywood Bowl about 6 or 7 years ago. They did a tribute to James Brown at the Hollywood Bowl. And let me tell you something about the Hollywood Bowl. First of all, I'll finally be back at the bowl next Saturday. Me and the wife got season tickets. The season's abbreviated this year. But we got season box seats to the Hollywood Bowl. And we've been going for 2021, for 20 years we've been going now. I can count on one hand how many bad shows we've seen at the Hollywood Bowl in 20 years. Mind you, outside of this abbreviated season because it's COVID, but in the normal summer, I'll go to the Hollywood Bowl 7 to 12 times for the summer. Because the bowl's only open from June to September. I'll go at least 7 to 12 times during that stretch. I only had 4, maybe 5 bad shows. One of them almost was the tribute to James Brown. Oh my God, that was horrible. Look, people. The mistake that they made was they had a jazz band play James Brown. And this is no disrespect to Christian McBride, because I like Christian McBride out of Philadelphia. Matter of fact, I saw Christian McBride again this past 2 years ago at the bowl. It was the Christian McBride big band. They opened up and the Roots closed out the show at the Hollywood Bowl. Great show. Great performance, Christian McBride. But when they had Christian McBride doing James Brown, that was the whitest black shit I've ever heard in my life. I never knew a black run band could be so unfunky. I mean, there was absolutely no funk. They could not find the one. None of them motherfuckers on stage. And they had Aloe Black singing James Brown. Oh my God. That shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. And what made it comical, what made it really bad, on top of that, because rest in peace, Danny Ray recently passed away. The great Danny Ray was there. And they had Danny Ray announcing the artists as they came out. Two people killed it. Charlie Wilson, he killed it. Charlie Wilson in that performance did his thing. The band just couldn't keep up. And then when Danny Ray announced Aloe Black, he old. At the time, probably 80 years old. When he read the name, he said, "Coming to the stage next, he said, Miss Aloe Black." Danny Ray called him Aloe Black, and he thought it was a woman. "Coming to the stage next, Miss Aloe Black." And then that nigga Aloe Black came out there and laid an egg. James Brown was rolling over in his grave. The only thing that saved that show was after Aloe Black got his rusty ass off stage, D'Angelo came out. And D'Angelo came out to, "I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Open up the door. I get it myself." That's one of my favorite James Brown songs ever. People, we got to get over before we go under. That's when the show got good, when D'Angelo came out. The band still sucked, but D'Angelo did his motherfucking thing. Y'all bringing up Jaguar Wright? Salute to Jaguar Wright. That's the homegirl. Salute to Jaguar Wright. I see people, she been saying what she been saying. I don't know her like that, but she used to come around when she was in LA. She came to a few of my shows, and we became cool. Like, we still follow each other on Instagram. Like, the times I was around Jaguar Wright, she was a beautiful person to me. I'm not gonna comment on the other stuff in the drama because, like I said before, I don't like to get into drama. I don't know what happened. But when I've been around Jaguar Wright, she's been hella cool. Salute to Jaguar Wright. You're right. She never got her shine. Jaguar could sing her ass off. Yeah, you're right, Larry. I hate Aloe Black name. I feel like Aloe Black sound like ankle lotion for crispy niggas. Aloe Black is what you dark, ashy motherfuckers put on y'all ankles, so your ankle knuckle don't look like baby powder. Cause y'all know, salute to all you extra crispy dark motherfuckers, but y'all ankles be the first to get gray. Rub some of this Aloe Black on them ankles. and you're going to be just fine. But make sure to apply every 2 hours, because the minute that sock gets rubbing against your black ass ankle, it's going to get ashy again, motherfucker. So get some of this Aloe Black today. You can find it at your local CVS. Aloe Black Nigga Ankle Lotion. Jaguar Wright is the real deal. Again, salute to Jaguar Wright. You right, FBA Strong. They had a jazz band playing James Brown when Bootsy Collins is still living. The fuck, you couldn't call Bootsy and Fred Wesley and Maceo Parker? They all still living. They should have been the ones doing the James Brown dedication show. Niggas called a jazz band. You can't have no goddamn jazz band play no James Brown. You're right, Tragic. Aloe Black is from that era where they pick black artists that sound white. Like, white folks love Aloe Black. When Jimmy Ray announced Aloe Black to the stage, the white folks in the crowd was offended. No, that's Aloe, and we like the way he sings. But yeah, folks, to put a cap on this, we got to stop dealing with these culture vultures. These people who only want to comment on black drama, never want to say anything about black success and black love and black winning. These people are no good for us. They're nobody we want around. I personally unsubscribed from Vlad when he and Lord Jamar fell out over Louis Farrakhan. I like Lord Jamar, but I wasn't the biggest Lord Jamar fan as an artist, but I like what that brother has to say. I'm not a member of the Nation of Islam, but I like some things Farrakhan has to say. But then brothers are black. And Vlad offended black people. He offended black men. He made an offense to black men, which is an offense to black society. He refused to apologize for that offense. So Vlad can no longer get my positive attention. I can no longer watch his interviews. I can no longer listen to a goddamn thing he does. But when he brings up a show that I'm on, I reserve the right to say what the fuck I feel like saying about him. Ugly bastard. That nigga looked like he smelled like dried mustard. You ever spill some mustard on your shirt and forget, and then you kind of walking around later on that day and it's hot, and you like, ooh, what's that tangy smell? And then you look at, oh shit, that's that mustard I spilled. God damn it. Well, that's how Vlad smelled 2 seconds after getting out the shower. This nigga Vlad looked like he molests goats without condoms on. No, matter of fact, Vlad the kind of person that molests goat with a condom on, thinking that condom is making it safe. Well, you know, my penis didn't actually touch the cow pussy. It was in a condom, so hey. This nigga Vlad look like he catch mice and dissect them while they alive. That's why he had to leave New York. He was trapping too many rats in New York. The neighbors was complaining. I see he catches all the rats, but I never see the rats in the trash can. Like, Where are the rats going? Like I hear the but where are the rats going? I don't know. I kicked his ass, allegedly. Larry, dog, no, he wouldn't. Hey, Larry, I think Vlad will beat your ass though. I think if Vlad got in a fight with Larry, Vlad's beard is tougher than yours, Larry. So I think he could take you. Vlad will take you, then give you one of his molested sheep as a peace offering. Well, you know, sheep pussy's better when you put a condom on. Hey. Fuck Vlad. Culture vulture ass motherfucker. Ain't got a goddamn thing in his own culture that he could talk about. Because if he started talking about his Cold War culture, he wouldn't have shit to say. Well, my culture, we didn't have anything. Like, yes, we had the Cold War, and we weren't smart enough to create a form of music that the world would love. So since in Russia, we're not smart enough to create a form of music that the world loves, I'm going to go to Black Society and vulture off what they did. This nigga Vlad look like he jack off to midget wrestling. Fuck Vlad. The fuck you doing watching what we talking about at Craig Facts? Oh yeah, you're right, Landmark. Rick Ross whooped his ass. Yeah, Vlad brags about being with a black woman. Ugh. Don't none of you niggas touch her when he's done fucking with her. Vlad done left her all kind of Russian diseases. Vlad done left her all kind of critters and shit. Cause that's what Vultures got. Vultures got critters. Same thing with them world star hip hop niggas. Whoever the fuck, I know the nigga who originally created world star hip hop has passed away. I don't know who running it right now. But whoever's running it is a bitch. You can't create your own information to spread and help people grow. But you want to call yourself world star hip hop. World star ain't got a goddamn thing to do with hip hop. It's just world star. World star ain't got shit to do with hip hop. Hip hop is our shit. We created. Hip hop is a very peaceful movement. Hip hop is partying so niggas won't be violent. Hip hop is niggas dancing so they won't fight. Hip hop is niggas rapping and signifying so they won't shoot each other. Before all you other people from these other cultures came in infesting our shit, it was a peaceful movement. Then here come Vlad's people putting their money in it. Now all of a sudden it become violent. Salute to Rick Ross for allegedly beating the dog shit out of Vlad. Vlad the Impaler. This nigga really is a Dracula motherfucker. World Star was propaganda before the owner died. He was on that bullshit when he was alive, highlighting the worst of black culture. Yeah, he sued Rick Ross for a broken jaw, I heard. I think. Thank you for the belated birthday. Yeah. So what you niggas talking about in the chat room? What you niggas talking about in the chat room? What's up, Harvey Wolf? What's up, Truth Seeker, Michael? Jaren 215, Guru Cam. Larry said my Vlad impersonation sound like Obama. Well, they both hoes, Vlad and Obama. They both culture vultures. This nigga Obama played us. He ain't got a goddamn thing to do with our culture. He's part king and part white boy, raised in Hawaii. And then some time in the South Pacific. And then in the middle of America. That motherfucker ain't got no ties to us. But he vultured the shit out of our culture to become president, didn't he? Hey. Yeah, man. So what y'all talking about? I'm about to get off here because I gotta go to Craig Facts pretty soon. I gotta make a stop on Melrose. A nigga needs some new sunglasses. Every summer I gotta get myself some new. Looking at these Carreras. Eduardo said, me versus Larry on Triller. I'll tell you right now, Larry would not want to fight me on camera, dog. Larry has too much pride than to get wheeled out on the stretcher on pay-per-view. Larry don't want that to happen, so nah, he ain't gonna fight me on camera. Nope. I heard about that. Them 4 unfunny comedians, them white comedians on a Paul Mooney tribute. Yeah, I saw that. I remember the last time Paul Mooney performed here in LA at the J Spot. The person that books it, I asked him to open up for him. They had a white boy comic open up for Paul Mooney and Dick Gregory when they both came out here to the J Spot. One of those white comics that hovers around black comedy clubs. But when this whole Blue Lives, then a few months later, the whole Blue Lives Matter, he went out on a Blue Lives Matter comedy tour, got a white following, and then said, man, basically, fuck all you niggas, and been going online on some old Blue Lives Matter highly racist bullshit. But because that white comic used to frequent the black comedy club, you know how niggas get. They're just so happy to see a white boy come down and slam with the Negroes. It was the white comic that got an opportunity to open up for both Dick Gregory and Paul Mooney. That's the kind of shit that goes on. No, it wasn't Honest John. Honest John's dope. It wasn't Honest John. I like Honest John. It wasn't Bill Burr either. Bill Burr, cool. Bill Burr used to come down and do my show. Larry just said his name. Larry just said his name in the chat room. It wasn't Bill Burr. Bill Burr used to do my show. Bill Burr's cool as hell. I ain't never had no issues with Bill Burr. But Larry just said that white comic's name in the chat room. Yeah, man. What about Andrew Schultz? Andrew Schultz is a... Fuck it, man, look. Andrew Schultz is racist as hell. I'm not going to say fuck Andrew Schultz because he hasn't done anything to me. But I can listen through. I know when I hear a suspected racist talking. I'm not going to call him racist. I suspect Andrew Schultz. Let me get my Neely Fuller wrong. I suspect Andrew Schultz is being racist. based on how he talks about racial issues. That's what I suspect. And furthermore, he's just not funny to me. Never has been. Okay, Hervey Wolf, I'm with that list. I dig that list. I dig that list. Bill Burr, George Carlin, Greg Giraldo, yeah, best white comedians. I rocks with that list. I would add Rodney Dangerfield, but yeah, I rocks with that list. I rocks with that list. Those three white boys make me laugh any goddamn time they open their mouth. There is no such thing as Beyonce hate speech. It's only the truth. Lakeview said Beyonce hate speech will not be tolerated. And my name isn't Dwayne. That's my dad's name. What's up, P. Wayne? We don't hate Beyonce. We just tell the truth. I don't like other artists. I don't like artists with big profiles stealing from artists with lesser profiles and bullying lesser artists because you have a higher profile. I don't rock with that. Beyonce and Jay-Z both do that. I'm good. But if you rock with them, then cool. I ain't tripping. That's right, Lori Brown. Somebody said Robin Williams. Robin Williams was a fucking joke thief. Robin Williams, all he did was go. I used to go to the Comedy Store a lot. Man, you just go to the Comedy Store and listen to stories far and wide of Robin Williams stealing people's jokes. How you gonna steal people's jokes with all that privilege, get all them movies, and you still kill yourself? I'm not gonna speak ill of the dead. But as much as we going through as niggas, you got all that privilege through your whole life, and now you wanna, I'm good. I'm not gonna say it. Star, who disrespected Dr. Francis Cress Welsing? Please tell me. Let me see. Who were you talking about? Who disrespected Dr. Welsing? Was it who? Please tell me who it was, so I have that forever on my radar when they speak. Star, please tell me who disrespected Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. I need to know so that I never fuck with that person. The nigga said Gerard Carmichael, Wayne Brady, and Godfrey are the best white comics. Hey, Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz disrespected Dr. Welsing. Oh, it's forever fuck him then. Oh, fuck him. I didn't know that. He disrespected Dr. Welsing. Oh no, he ain't shit to me. Oh, I don't have any problem. Okay, I don't have to mince words when talking about him now. Knowing that he disrespected Dr. Welsing, I don't need to mince words anymore. Fuck that motherfucker. He ain't funny. And he looked like he and Charlamagne the God be getting it in on the back seat of a van. Them niggas bought a van just so they can smash each other. I don't know. I'm just saying that. But they look like it. Charlamagne do all that. All them little bunky things he be doing with DJ Envy on camera. He be doing that shit with Andrew Schultz off camera. I don't know. I ain't gonna talk. Charlamagne ain't done nothing to me. But fuck Schultz if you talk about Dr. Welsing. That's where I draw a line. You talk shit about Dr. Welsing, I don't respect you as a human. Ever again. It's that simple to me. Talk shit about Shahrazad Ali, Dr. Welsing, Ida B. Wells, Malcolm X, any of our true black heroes, I don't respect you anymore, and I'll then take liberty to say whatever the fuck I want to say about you. Them people is dead. They can't speak for themselves. But I could talk about your alive ass all goddamn day. Nah, Godfrey ain't a white. There's ways that Godfrey appeals to white. Godfrey funny as hell to me. Gerard Carmichael was funny in person. Now his specials, but I remember being on a comedy grind with Gerard Carmichael before his special. And I used to like seeing Gerard Carmichael perform. We talking 2013, 2014. Whenever Gerard would be on stage at the Comedy Store, if I was there, I would go in and watch him perform. He was funny. But what he does on TV, his TV special wasn't that funny, but he's funny. Yeah, that's why Yvette Carnell, she disrespected Dr. Welsing. That's why she ain't shit to me. Yvette Carnell looks like DJ Vlad without the beard. Yeah, Star, please send me the clip. I'm not gonna catch a fade. I don't want nobody to Yvette Carnell, she's dead. She ain't shit to me for talking about Dr. Welsing. But I ain't fucking with her because she look like she could headbutt through a brick wall. Shit. You try to run Yvette Carnell over, she gonna headbutt the hood of your car and decommission that bitch by crushing your engine. Yes, no, don't tell me Dr. Yvette Carnell doesn't disrespect anyone. I started listening to Yvette Carnell back in 2014. You can't tell me I didn't hear what I've heard. Now, I'm not telling you not to follow or not to listen to anybody. You got to make your own decisions on who you follow and who you listen to. I'm not here to tell you to choose sides. But I did hear Yvette Carnell out my own ear disrespect Dr. Claude Anderson. As a matter of fact, that's why she deleted me from Twitter. The reason Yvette Carnell blocked me from Twitter, it's probably like 2017, 2018. It's because I told her to not disrespect Dr. Claude Anderson. When she was saying, what did he do? What did he do? I said, lady, you got to understand that you're standing on the shoulder of giants. The reason why we're able to hear your ADOS talk is because Dr. Claude Anderson laid the foundation. The conditions are ripe because of what Dr. Claude Anderson's been doing for the last 35 years. And she basically told me to my Twitter that Dr. Claude Anderson ain't shit. That's what she tweeted to me before she blocked me. So I don't respect Yvette Carnell because she doesn't respect the elders. And if you think I'm being biased, then you can then bias your ass out this room. I'm not gonna not speak the truth because you like somebody. That's what she tweeted to me. She disrespected Dr. Claude Anderson in a tweet directly to me as I was defending Dr. Claude Anderson. You don't disrespect Dr. Claude Anderson in my presence. You know why you don't disrespect Dr. Claude Anderson to me? Because part of the reason why I am who I am today was because Bishop Frank L. Stewart, Zoe Christian Fellowship, the church I grew up in. Yes, I got my issues with the church, but that man introduced me to Dr. Claude Anderson when I was 13 years old. When he brought Dr. Claude Anderson down to the church in 1994 to speak on black labor, white wealth. It was after I heard Dr. Claude Anderson, because they were trying, we were in, my sister was in college-bound programs, and I would go to my sister's college-bound programs and see the expense and how expensive college was. It was Dr. Anderson talking about that trap and how we need to build our economic foundation that made the decision when it was my turn to go to college. I still went, but I stayed at home with my parents and I paid my way through college cash. And I didn't graduate with all that debt because of something I heard Dr. Claude Anderson say when I was 14. I got to see Dr. Claude Anderson try to bring his fish market to Inglewood, California, only to not get the support, only to be sabotaged, allegedly, by Inglewood Mayor Roosevelt Dorn. I got to see Claude Anderson's work. I got to apply Claude Anderson's work. And for some Steph Curry looking woman with a big ass forehead to disrespect him, no, I don't rock with that. Now, if you rock with that, then go ahead. I'm not going to tell you what to do, what not to do. But I want all my elders to know that all those who've been elders to us, who've appreciated us as black people, who've given us as black people what we need as far as substance, I'm always going to have their back through perpetuity. I'm not about to be silent because some clout chasing DJ Vlad looking broad with a big ass forehead want to shit on Dr. Frances Cress Welsing in her death. Every black person of influence she come across, she got a problem with. Come across Farrakhan, got a problem with it. Come across Tariq, got a problem with it. I'm not even a Boyce Watkins fan, but the way she shit on his channel, that was some bullshit. And I'm not even a big Boyce Watkins fan. That nigga need to fix his teeth. Get him refixed, I mean. Boyce Watkins was better off with his shark mouth. He had these new veneers is funny as hell. That nigga look like his nigga mouth look like a set of dominoes now. How are all your teeth showing in the front, nigga? How are all your teeth straight? You can see this nigga Boyce Watkins' molars in his smile. I don't fuck with Boyce like that. He be gossiping too much. He's good at what he does. I watch him when he brings on Dr. Claude Anderson. But it's still, even though I don't fuck with Boyce like that, it was still foul how that woman did his channel. Going at Farrakhan on his channel instead of going on your own and doing it. I ain't got time for that. Somebody said Yvette has a lifetime supply of pantsuits. Yeah, Yvette Curry. So no, her respecting Dr. Frances Cress Welsing after she died, I don't respect her. No. But if you somebody who do, I'm not telling you not to. I don't tell people what they should and shouldn't do. I just speak about what I do from my perspective. You're right, Willie Beeman. Boy's got them cartoon teeth. If you want to find out whether or not gold is real, ask Boyce Watkins to bite into it. Them chompers could take any goddamn thing. But I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. You've listened to Hotepish Intelligent Ish Talk. Get my Funk sample packs. Promotion code FUNK1. That must be a Yvette Carnell fan that just put a thumbs down. So what? You mad? My biggest thing is I let people be who they are. I don't like to get other people's too much shit. But when you're a vulture off of black culture and you don't put anything into it, I got a problem with that. When you disrespect the black race after they died, I don't have an issue. I mean, I have an issue with that. I have major issues with that. And I'm going to say it. And I'm not going to be muted just because you like the motherfucker. I listen to people talk shit about people that I like all the time. I don't care. That's their opinion. I don't care when these other people got something to say about people that I listen to. I like listening to Tariq. He be getting into it with people. When other people, and there's a lot of people who don't like Tariq. And you know what I say when people say, man, fuck Tariq Nasheed, he a pimp. I be like, oh, okay. I ain't about to sit and fall on the sword for that nigga. I don't know him. But he gives good information, so I'm going to keep listening to his information. All the rest of that shit, you can kick rocks. I ain't got time for the rest of that shit. You can say whatever the fuck you want. But if you say something about someone like a Dr. Frances Welsing and she's no longer here, or someone who's been putting the work in like Dr. Claude Anderson for 40 years, and you ain't done shit, 50 years for Dr. Claude Anderson, then I'll speak up. Get the t-shirts, hotepish.com/apparel. Get them right now. I have a new t-shirt that's coming out later on this week that Larry gave me an idea for. Shouts out to Larry Goodwell. Larry cool as hell. Everything about Larry is cool except for the fact that he don't want to see these hands. He don't want to solve these unresolved issues with these knuckles. But salute to Larry. Larry gave me a dope ass t-shirt idea. So I got my design guy executing that idea right now. I put it together and I got my design, Joe Fox. Salute to Joe Fox. I know you're probably going to listen to this later on. I got Joe Fox designing my vision. So I should have a new t-shirt by the end of the week, hopefully. And go get Star's t-shirt. She just put this comment in here. Go click on Star's profile and go. Star has a new dope t-shirt. Before I log out of here, Star, type in the link to your t-shirt also. It's a dope ass t-shirt. Go get her t-shirt. Nigga Woody Baby said Yavel's strap smells like onion burger. But yeah, we about to get up out of here. But get my and watch us on Craig Facts later on today. And yeah, Star just posted her t-shirt. There it is. Buy it. I like that shirt. It's dope. Remember this. My name is Dwan B. There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those who are willing to listen. My name is Dwan B. We out.